So let me just confirm for you that you're probably just crazy.
Exactly.
Hey everybody, I'm back. I told you I'd be coming back. So here I am. It's about 2,000 years later than anticipated. I realize that. I had a thing. But better late than never, right? So this time, I come back and I end up in Brooklyn, of all places. Who could have guessed? But it's a nice Jewish neighborhood and I fit right in. It's got great bagels. So anyways, I thought this time it would be nice to have a podcast. It's easier to spread the good news this way, and you can get it right here from the horse's mouth. That's me, the horse in this scenario. I used to be a lamb, now I'm a horse. Whatever. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to interview a bunch of people about various topics, like science, spirituality, history, philosophy. I'm going to sit down with people who have all different opinions, and we're going to try to figure this mess out together so we can set up the new kingdom here on Earth. This time, hopefully without making so many stupid mistakes. I'm looking at you, Dad. Now, I have some ideas of my own, obviously. But I also want to hear what ideas you have. We got a lot of planning to do. I still have to destroy Satan, throw a bunch of people into a lake of fire. That's all coming. Don't worry. But right now, I just want to get to know people. A lot has happened since the last time I was here, and I got to catch up. So today, I have on the show someone I've never met before, but I hear great things. Well, things. Anyway. I understand he has lots of opinions, some that aren't entirely kosher, you might say, but I'm willing to listen and learn and maybe share a few ideas of my own. And ultimately, I'll decide if he's going to stick around or if he's going to end up in the lake of fire. Just kidding. No pressure. So on the podcast with me today is Tucker Carlson, and he'll be sharing his views about the supernatural.
Well, look, let me just start by saying I don't know anything.
Oh, well, that kind of sucks. I was hoping you actually knew something. So I guess that's the show for this week, everybody. Thanks for watching. Next week...
here's what we do know, is that there's enough going on in the skies, but not just the skies, underwater, that...
What?
The U.S. military has been forced to respond to it. So, move aircraft from one place to another because there are too many of these objects in the sky. That's actually happened. Chris Mellon just wrote a long piece about it.
Who? What the hell are you talking about? Are you just making stuff up?
No. So it's real.
Sounds like a conspiracy theory.
The government is not controlling it. In fact, it's forcing the government, DOD, to respond. And we know that there is a real effort, and has been underway for a long time, to keep the public from knowing about it.
Right. So anyway, back here on Earth...
Well, that's just a fact, okay, that is happening. So if there's, I guess, when there are measurable physical effects of a phenomenon, we can say conclusively the phenomenon is real.
Are you suggesting you have verified evidence of UFOs?
For sure.
So what might that be then?
Well, the prophet Ezekiel writes about it in the first chapter, Wheels in the Sky.
Oh, Zeke. Yeah, sure. I know him well. I was just talking to him the other day. Great guy.
For sure.
Yeah, he's totally nuts, though. He's completely off his rocker. He used to see stuff all the time. I think he did too many mushrooms back in the day. He used to see spaceships. Do you see spaceships?
Well, no, there's no evidence, has never been any evidence that there are lots of these objects, these vehicles coming into our atmosphere from somewhere else, some other planet. There's no evidence of that at all.
Right.
So they're from here, and they've been here for thousands of years, whatever they are. And it's pretty clear to me that they're spiritual entities, whatever that means. They're supernatural.
It looked like you were just about to exit Crazy Town for a second there.
These are spiritual phenomena. There's no evidence they're from another planet. I think that's the that's the lie.
Yeah. See, I don't know what you're talking about. And I would be the first to know. So let me just confirm for you that you're probably just crazy.
Exactly.
I'm serious.
Right.
All right, but at least we both agree that these aren't alien spacecraft, right?
Yeah, that's established. I don't think any rational person would deny that. The question is, like, what is it?
Well, balloons, mostly balloons, lots of balloons.
It is real. I mean, I guess we're sort of past the point of like, is it real? Yeah, it's real.
It's not real. You're seeing things or you're making stuff up.
That's all known.
No, it isn't.
A DOD employee reached out to me and said, actually, there's a ton of evidence that this UFO thing is real. And there's a ton of evidence they're under the ocean and under the ground. So, like, with that fact set, what do you conclude?
That there's a DOD employee who thinks you're kind of stupid?
It's not a new idea.
So, can we just change the subject now?
Yeah, it's shut up. UFOs, you're fucking crazy.
Look, it's not that I don't appreciate your theories about supernatural beings flying around and magical machines, but it's just, well, no, it actually is that I don't appreciate it. So I can't lie. It's not in my nature.
Lying is bad.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes I think it would be helpful.
But how about this? You can't participate in lying.
I know. I already told you I can't. It's not in my nature. Sometimes I wish I could.
You can't lie.
I know I can't. How many times do I have to say it?
Period, though. You can't lie about anything. Just don't lie about anything.
All right. Can I tell you something? You remember Mary Magdalene?
Yeah.
We were a couple at one point. We almost got married.
Really?
Yeah. We were going to get really close, And then one night we were getting ready to go out, and she had bought this new dress. And before we left, she said, "Hey, do you think this dress makes my butt look a little too big?" And it did, and it ruined everything,
Well, I don't know. I mean, clearly, if you can't say something that's true, just don't say it. You're not required to say everything you think.
Oh.
Obviously.
Well, I didn't think of that.
But you should never lie.
Oh, okay, you know what? I don't want to talk about this either, okay? It's bumming me out. You're supposed to be talking about your ideas about the supernatural anyway, so can we get back to that? Except I don't want to talk about UFOs anymore because it's stupid.
Okay, there is a whole world that we can't see that acts on people, a supernatural world. It's acting on us all the time for good and bad.
Okay.
And if you're on team good or team bad, you can assign any name to it you want, but like, what are these things?
You don't have an opinion?
If they're spiritual beings, which I believe they are, they don't behave according to the laws of science as measured by people,
Right.
And they've been here for a long time. And there's a ton of evidence they're under the ocean and under the ground.
You're talking about UFOs again, aren't you?
Yeah.
What did I just say?
No, that's a fact.
What did I just say?
That's a fact.
No, it isn't.
It's a knowable fact.
It is
It's a provable
not.
fact.
They don't exist.
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, here we go. Brooklyn in the house. Gloves are coming off now.
Okay, you're God. You have unlimited power and you have omniscience. You can imagine what the future is going to be.
Well, tell me something I don't already know.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You're a person.
Okay, I know I'm supposed to be this perfect God of love and all, but I gotta say, man, you're really pushing it right now.
The limits of your power are really obvious. The limits of your wisdom, same.
Okay, I think you're confusing me with my father. He's a little older than me, or a lot older, actually. And he gets confused sometimes, and he makes bad decisions. He keeps forgetting he's omniscient, okay? I'll give you that. But don't forget, I'm the guy that's going to fix everything, right? I'm the Alpha and Omega. I'm going to determine who's going to live forever and who's going to end up in the lake of fire. And all I got to say right now is I hope you can tolerate extreme heat.
Why wear a sauna hat?
Good, because you're going to need it. So that's our show, folks. So I'll see you next week. I don't think Tucker's going to be here.
The felt hat, the banya hat as they call it, insulates your head so you can really stay hot a long, long time.
Yeah, say goodnight, Gracie.